What a disaster. I mean, this has reached the point of embarrassment. For years, the mainstream media, they have wanted us paying attention to women's college basketball. They have wanted us to talk about women's college basketball. Well, here we are. We're talking about it, but we're not talking about anything that is happening on the court. We are talking about the unprofessional behavior, the embarrassing behavior that is coming out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Well, KC, you can't hold them to professional standards. This is not professional basketball. I know the standard of play doesn't meet the qualifications for professional basketball, but if you want to get technical here, there's only one thing that separates professionals from amateurs. Are you being paid to play? In the case of Angel Reese, who would have to answer yes to that question, she is a professional basketball player. And to be perfectly honest with you, in terms of standard of play, women's college basketball, it is a hell of a lot more professional than what we see in the WNBA dump. This Angel Reese situation at LSU, it is an absolute mess. No one is innocent in this scenario. Everyone is at fault. How many times have I said on this channel, the one thing that elite head coaches try to eliminate more than anything else, the one thing elite head coaches try to eliminate is distractions. Distractions can ruin a locker room. Distractions can destroy the culture of the team. You know why Nick Saban doesn't allow freshman players to speak to the media? It could cause distractions. He knows they're not experienced. He knows they could say one thing that could be misconstrued. The media turns it into a controversy, and Nick Saban has to waste his valuable time eliminating an unnecessary distraction. This situation with Angel Reese at LSU, it could have been handled so easily. Last week, fans in the media, they noticed that Angel Reese wasn't on the court. Not only was Angel Reese not on the court, she wasn't in the damn arena. I know most of us wouldn't describe the mainstream media as being all that intelligent, but it doesn't take an Oxford scholar to come to the realization that the biggest star on the team is not on the team. Naturally, after the game Friday night against something called Southeastern, that sounds like a region of the country. Doesn't sound like a basketball team. But anyway, after the game Friday night, the media, they had questions regarding the absence of Angel Reese. Now, this is one of those situations where the head coach, you got to get out in front of the controversy. Kim Mulkey, she had already benched Angel Reese during a game earlier in the week. A couple of days later, Angel Reese isn't even on the team. This is one of those situations where you have to explain what's going on, because if you don't, it opens the door to speculation. And the last thing you want is the mainstream media creating their own reasons as to why Angel Reese is missing. The mainstream media, they are completely useless when it comes to reporting truth and factual information. But when it comes to creativity, when it comes to rampant speculation, the American media is the best in the world. Watch for yourself. This is how Kim Mulkey explained the absence of Angel Reese. Roll the film.
Angel is a part of this basketball team, and we hope we see her sooner than later. I'm not going to answer anymore. That's it. That's all y'all need to know.
First of all, and I'm well aware that this might just be a me thing, one of my biggest pet peeves is someone blowing their fucking nose in public, especially if I'm at a restaurant. Nothing eliminates my appetite faster than some doofus blowing their nose at the table. Hell, I would rather you fart at the table than blow your damn nose. Kim Mulkey blowing her nose during this press conference, to me, it just reeks of unprofessionalism, which I guess it was kind of fitting since this press conference lacked professionalism altogether. I mean, seriously, was this being filmed in a basement? Did they borrow a classroom from some low-budget community college? As you saw in the clip, Kim Mulkey refused to explain the absence of Angel Reese. As a result, the speculation was rampant throughout the weekend. According to the mother of Flau'jae Johnson, who's a player on the team, Angel Reese has been suspended because of low grades. Over the weekend, the mother of Flau'jae Johnson got into a social media fight with the mother of Angel Reese. You know, it's kind of hard to take women's college basketball seriously when the mothers of players are on social media acting like children. I would assume these mothers are in their late 30s, early to mid 40s. Either way, they're old enough to know better. It's not Kim Mulkey's fault that mothers are arguing on social media, but again, There was a simple solution to the problem. As the head coach, all you had to do was explain why your biggest star was not with the team. You don't have to go into detail. All that was needed to avoid this rampant speculation, which has led to distractions in the locker room, was a simple explanation. Angel Reese has to bring her grades up. Once she does, she'll be back on the team. Angel Reese is working her way back into game shape. She's working through personal issues right now. Anything. Now, this is pure speculation on my part, which, thanks to Kim Mulkey's speculation, is the only thing we can do at this point. But I believe Kim Mulkey suspended Angel Reese because she was questioning her commitment to the team. I think this is a situation where Angel Reese was given too much too soon, and she thought she was bigger than the team. Glenn Guilbeau, he has been covering sports at LSU for over 2 decades. According to him, Kim Mulkey benched Angel Reese, hoping that it would adjust her attitude. Translation, she thought she had become bigger than the team. Angel Reese was extremely busy over the summer doing everything but playing basketball. I can't tell you how many times I saw her being interviewed on national platforms like The Breakfast Club or Sports Center, countless interviews with magazines. She was featured in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, which I thought that was great. I thought that was a step in the right direction for Sports Illustrated. I mean, over the last couple of years, they have featured dudes in tuck-friendly bathing suits pretending to be women in their swimsuit edition. So I thought the addition of Angel Reese was a step in the right direction. But over the summer, she was appearing in music videos with Cardi B and someone called Lotto. Maybe Angel Reese was the spokeswoman for the Louisiana Lottery? I don't know. The point is, Angel Reese had a busy summer away from basketball, which is fine. That's fine. Actually, I think it's a smart business move. Most people in her position, they would do the same thing. I don't blame Angel Reese for taking advantage of these opportunities. I will never blame someone for making as much money as possible. You gotta take advantage when your name is in the mainstream because it's not going to last forever. But here's the problem for Angel Reese, and Michael Jordan said it best. During his prime, Michael Jordan had dozens of endorsement deals. Nike, McDonald's, Gatorade. Be like Mike, I want to be like Mike. During the summer of '95, after the Bulls lost to the Magic in the playoffs, Michael Jordan was filming the movie Space Jam. He was filming commercials with Spike Lee. I mean, the dude was all over the place. But Michael Jordan also found a way to remain grounded. He realized that his game on the court had to remain dominant. During the filming of Space Jam, he had the movie studio build a makeshift gym so he could work on his game. Michael Jordan knew if he did not remain dominant on the basketball court, all those endorsement deals would go away. The spotlight from the mainstream media would vanish. And that is exactly what could happen to Angel Reese. It's kind of hard to remain in the spotlight, kind of hard to maintain those endorsement deals when you're not on the basketball court. This all starts and ends with your production on the court. Kind of hard to produce when your head coach is refusing to play you. Now, all these smart business decisions, all these opportunities that Angel Reese took advantage of, now these things are being called distractions. She is being accused of not being dedicated to basketball. Over the weekend, a couple of former players from last year's team, they came out publicly and sided with Kim Mulkey. Now, I think this was in response to Angel Reese trying to play the ultimate victim. Oh, the weight of the world is on my shoulders, but I'm still the realest. Yeah, you're the realest player on the bench. Hell, you're not even on the bench. You're barely on the damn roster at this point. Like I said, I think this is a classic case of someone being given too much too soon. Angel Reese is only 21 years old. She was literally thrust into the national spotlight overnight. I'm trying not to be too hard on her because I know me personally, I wouldn't have been able to handle all this when I was 21 years old. But at some point, you just got to come to the realization that maybe, just maybe, you're the problem. I have yet to see one current or former player come out publicly and defend Angel Reese. I have seen players defend Kim Mulkey. I have yet to see one player come to the defense of Angel Reese, which tells me she's probably the problem here. I told you guys back in March that I hope Angel Reese enjoys this national spotlight because it's not going to last long. The women's tournament, it caught lightning in a bottle last year. I don't know if women's college basketball will ever see that level of mainstream attention again. They had the perfect storm, Caitlin Clark against Angel Reese in the national championship. A tournament that typically struggles to draw ratings was drawing millions of viewers for the later rounds and almost 10 million for the national championship game. Now, maybe women's college basketball will be able to maintain that momentum they had last year. Maybe they won't. But there's one thing I know for certain. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, they're not going to be able to maintain that momentum. Why? Because once they graduate or once they run out of eligibility, they'll be going to the basketball graveyard. They will be going to the place where basketball careers go to rest, the WNBA dump. Once you leave college basketball for the dump, your mainstream career is all but over. They will never receive the same level of recognition in the WNBA. You could combine the ratings for every game in the WNBA finals, and you would not come close to the ratings for the women's college basketball national championship game. And the thing is, Angel Reese knows this. She is well aware of this. Why do you think she's still in college when she's eligible for the WNBA draft? During the spring last year, she even admitted that she is in absolutely no rush to become a WNBA dump diver. And who can blame her? That's why this situation right now at LSU is so confusing. Why are you squandering your opportunity in college basketball when your eligibility is running out? This entire situation at LSU is a disaster, but give me your thoughts on this. Kim Mulkey refuses to explain the absence of Angel Reese. Do you think this situation is a black eye for women's college basketball, or do you think this is a positive? I mean, they are generating attention from the media, which is unheard of during the regular season. Why do you think Angel Reese is off the team at this point? Is it grades? Is she not getting along with teammates or coaches? Or do you agree with me? Is this a case of being given too much too soon? Does Angel Reese think she is such a big star that she's become bigger than the team? Let me know. Sound off in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share the video. I appreciate you guys and your continued support. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys later.